BetExchange.com presents Anthony Mailer versus Anicet Kanyeba.
This fight is brought to you by BetExchange.com, the exclusive betting partner of the EFC. Time for our next matchup, a featherweight matchup, as we welcome Anicet Kanyeba into the EFC arena here at the Big Top Arena in Carnival City. Fighting out of the Undisputed Fight Club. A tough little fighter here. We're going to see how he throws down here in the Extreme Fighting Championship.
Anicet Kanyeba has fought for EFC, made his debut EFC 19. That was April 3 years ago. And now he's made his way here looking for the next of his victories. He's got the one lone victory over Amos Latswayo, EFC 24.
As he steps into the Aqua Vita prep zone, experience the value of quality, balanced mineral water, Aqua Vita. Anicet Kanyeba, tough guy, 34 years old, a little long in the tooth here, fighting out of Pretoria. And like I said before, he has definitely fought some tough fighters. Hanru Botha, of course, who we're going to see later tonight in our main card. And of course, the current featherweight champion, the very dominant Boyd Allen. He took him on in his first ever matchup here in EFC. That's a tough fight to take for your first fight.
Very fit and very conditioned as Anicet Kanyeba, and he's shown a lot of promise in some of his bouts. We've seen glimpses of greatness from Anicet Kanyeba, but he's yet to put it all together to just come out one night and truly be firing on all cylinders and showing exactly what sort of talent he possesses.
Well, he's a veteran of the Hexagon, so we'll see how he handles that pressure tonight in Carnival City. Anicet Kanyeba.
A lot of support for Anicet Kanyeba here tonight, Cyrus.
That always helps, and now his opponent makes his way into the arena. Anthony Mailer, 1-1, only 22 years old. Another guy with an amazing amateur career. Very, very tough guy, has that strong kickboxing background. He has a lot of tools to make it happen here in the EFC.
Had a very interesting conversation with his dad, myself, EFC matchmaker Graham Cartmel. Was in Cape Town just before his fight with Chilimba Mulumbo, saying that Anthony has really been preparing his entire life for the moment to fight. He's a 2011 K1 amateur South African champion, 2014 CFL lightweight champion, so he's fought in the amateur ranks. He's done very well. He's gone up through the ranks, made his EFC debut, got a victory on debut, then of course fought Sizwe Nikati, EFC 35, a 3-round decision, and we all know exactly how good Sizwe Nikati and how tough he is. So to get a split decision loss to that man is certainly not something to be ashamed of at all.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, losing to Sizwe is one thing, but a split decision means he did enough by at least one judge's standards to win that fight. Anthony Mailer, he's a tough little guy. They call him the convict, not because he's actually been a convict, but because of his entrance music and how he fights. Anthony Mailer ready to throw down and pick up another victory here in the Extreme Fighting Championship.
He's a high-level striker. He's got very, very good kickboxing, but he certainly worked his all-round mixed martial arts game as well. And of course, as we know, he's got his gym's tattoo on his chest, and that's a man that certainly believes in the people around him and the people that coach him and get him ready to do combat in the Hexagon.
That's right. It's called dedication indeed. Anthony Mailer ready to fight. Now on the AG Mobile, tail of the tape, a huge age difference in this one. Anicet, much older, but then you take a look at the height, the reach, the weight, of course, and it's all very much the same. Now let's send it up to the Hexagon for Shane the Duke Wellington.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is 3 rounds in the EFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer with a pro record of 1 win and 5 losses. He stands 1.77 meters tall, weighing in at 67 kilograms. Fighting out of Brooklyn, Pretoria, Anicet Kanyeba. And now introducing his opponent. He's fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a pro record of 1 win and 1 loss. He stands 1.75 meters tall, weighing in at 66 kilograms. Fighting out of Parklands, Cape Town, Anthony Mailer. And when the action begins, our referee in charge is Vickers Swart.
RDG, specialist in differential and gearbox repairs, brings you the EFC Hexagon Girls. That is Naomi. As we get things started in this featherweight matchup, Anicet Kanyeba taking on Anthony Mailer. Time to knuckle up and throw down.
Ready? Let's fight, guys.
Round number 1 is underway. It is Kanyeba in the all black and the black and white for Mailer. This round presented by Bear Claw, the 100% organic Guarana energy drink.
Early on, Anthony Mailer very light on his feet, and I think a lot of people are hoping for a stand-up warrior. Both guys proficient strikers, both very aggressive come-forward fighters.
Happens all the time where you're looking for that stand-up war. You think you're going to get that throwdown, and then you get the clinch up against the fence, and you get a grappling war. So we'll see what happens when these two really start locking in and find their groove.
At the moment, it is Anicet Kanyeba who's in control. He's got Anthony Mailer pressed up against the fence. Neither guy really doing much from this position, though. It's really just sort of struggling and fighting to get a better position, get that underhook in, put your opponents back against the fence. Kanyeba now look beautiful takedown.
He is on top, Anicet Kanyeba, as that arm is trapped by Anthony Mailer. Can he get a little separation and start working some ground and pound?
Once that arm bar is Anthony Mailer, and he might actually get this.
Right out of the gate, he's gonna slam him down, Dirk, and he gets out of it. Impressive.
Anthony Mailer trying to get back to his feet very quickly. Kanyeba, Anicet tries to slam him down again.
Way to trap that arm, and he does indeed get another takedown, but he better watch out for the submissions. Very tricky sub game there by Anthony Mailer.
He didn't have his hips quite high enough for that armbar to be in, but again, he's trying to isolate an arm, and you can see him swiveling those hips from the bottom as Anthony Mailer. He's certainly going to look to finish.
Kanyeba, they move closer to the fence. He's trapped the left arm. Can he do anything with it from the bottom?
Right against the fence, it's going to be very hard. He's got very little space to move with.
What did I tell you? We're looking for a stand-up war, and we got a grappling battle here down on the ground. That's how it works.
You called it, Cyrus. Mailer now trying to just wall walk, get into a bit of a better position. And he sits at this top position in the full guard, but he hasn't really managed to do a lot with it so far. And Mailer just trying to time up. He's trying to do something. He's trying to stay busy. And now he's looking for that armbar again. Kanyeba feeling that, and he lets go.
Very smart move by Anicet Kanyeba, not being tricked into that
Has to watch
submission.
out. Has to watch out for the up kick there. It's a mistake a lot of guys make. They grab the feet at the bottom, which means they can swing. But can you say Kanyeba's landing some shots now?
Goes for the big knee and barely misses, but a couple of those right hands did get through on Anthony Mailer. Just slinging him around is Anicet Kanyeba. Not a whole lot of technique. He is just using raw power and trying to sling Mailer around in this fight.
So far, it seems to be working from his top position. He's managed to get the takedowns. He's going to look for that Kimura is Anthony Mailer. He's going to do the reversal with the Kimura. Kanyeba feeling, trying to get the control of that wrist.
You know, he's just looking for that sub game at all times as Mailer, but he's getting himself in trouble. He's taking a lot of damage when he's going for these submissions. He went for that Kimura, and it just left himself wide open.
Nice elbow from the top as well from Anicet. He's landed some good clean shots so far, Cyrus. See a very measured approach by both guys in the stand-up game. Very technical strikers, both of them.
Looks very relaxed as Anicet Kanyeba. Like I said, he's been in the hexagon many times before. He has that experience, and he's not being wavered by the young Mailer.
Now presses Mailer up against the fence. I like how both guys are very light on their feet in their stand-up exchanges. Big swing and a miss by Anthony Mailer.
I really like the big strikes that he's throwing coming out of the separation off the clinch.
So important. There's so few guys that actually do that. A lot of people are just happy to get the separation and get back standing, but that's where you can really score. And more often than not.
Beautiful spin kick to the body. That was very nice. Anicet Kanyeba dominating round number 1 here.
It does look like he's got the better of the stand-up exchanges as Anicet Kanyeba. He certainly landed the cleanest shot so far. Trying to put nice angles together with his striking as well. He's not just running straight in the whole time.
No, very measured indeed, and he's controlled the hexagon the entire fight, basically staying in the middle of the hexagon and just circling, looking for his shots, picking his punches.
Oh, nice 1-2, and again, Anicet Kanyeba is landing.
Round 1 is up, and that was a very nice round by Anicet Kanyeba as he makes it to round number 2. Looking for another victory here in the EFC hexagon. Let's take a look at our replay. This was that armbar attempt. It looked a little dangerous, but Kanyeba used raw power and strength to slam him and get out of that submission.
You could also see Mailer wasn't quite high enough with his hips. He wasn't quite underneath the joint, and that's probably what saved Kanyeba then. Again, that raw power that he just had the strength to basically lift him up and slam him back down.
They'll get the stools out and let these boys throw down once again. Already a very entertaining fight here between these two featherweights. A fully loaded card here at Carnival City Casino and Entertainment World. The Big Top Arena is filling up as these fights go on. Round 2 is underway. Anicet Kanyeba and Anthony Mailer. Bear Claw Energy Drink bringing you this round. Unleash the power of the bear.
Almost seems like Mailer, he's throwing the more technical straight punches, where Anicet Kanyeba, when he's throwing a lot harder. And also combinations that's being put together by Anicet Kanyeba. He's not just throwing one shot at a time.
And Mailer's not so proficient as a counter striker to take advantage of any of this. You're not seeing a whole lot of countering after him. He is actually the one that is pushing the action, but Kanyeba is the one that's landing the shots.
And now Mailer shoots for a takedown from miles and miles away.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. He's going to have to set that up better.
Kilometers or miles?
Good uppercut for you. It would be miles. South Africans, those are kilometers away.
The rest of the world is kilometers. Just us, just us. As we circle around, as Mailer tries to establish that striking game, you're right, it was a beautiful uppercut, though. They're really starting to let the hands go.
Just looks like Anicet's timing is really on tonight, Cyrus. He's landed a couple of really good shots, especially like you've mentioned, when they break up from the clinch. And when he comes forward as well, just that conviction that he has with that 1-2, he commits to them completely, and more often than not, he's landed both of those shots.
If you take a look right now, he's kind of grinning as he steps in here. I mean, it really feels like he's feeling the Anicet as they move closer to the fence. The confidence is definitely gleaming from the face of Anicet Kanyeba.
Undoubtedly so. And also good head movement by Kanyeba, Anicet. Mailer's really struggling to land punches. I know there's that reach problem, but Anicet is just on tonight.
Ooh, he ate one there as he came in. Nice little spot there.
And again, good trip to the takedown by Anicet Kanyeba. Mailer's now stuck against the fence. Nice right hand, and he mixes up shots to the head and the body.
If he has an opening or an opportunity, Kanyeba is taking it. As he was getting up, he landed a big right hand. Kanyeba is on top of it.
Nice use of the jab as well by Kanyeba, Anicet.
And I think Kanyeba's already frustrated Mailer on that takedown attempt because of that great sprawl that he had. Mailer doesn't really know where to go at this point.
You can almost see the momentum has just shifted completely towards the side of Kanyeba, Anicet, and he's got that confidence now, and he's just sort of hunting Mailer down.
A young fighter is Anthony Mailer, under the bright lights, only his 3rd time in the hexagon. He's going to have to reach deep down and change the momentum of the fight.
There's a strong 1-2, and again, Mailer has hurt you.
Yes, Mailer is most definitely taking some damage there as he takes a little break on the ground. Smart by Kanyeba. He wants this thing on the feet.
Nice right hand making contact by Kanyeba, Anicet. That timing is really on Cyrus.
Oh, he's really feeling it now. You can see him just shifting around. Great head movement. Kanyeba is looking like a brand new fighter here.
Certainly the best we've seen him inside the hexagon.
You don't want to get too overconfident, though. You don't want to drop those hands and start shuffling too much. It only takes one punch, but he is hunting a knockout.
You know, these small, tiny gloves, absolutely anything can happen. But Anicet Kanyeba, he's got his tail up at the moment, and he's landing some good, clean shots. Anthony Mailer is definitely in trouble here. Looking for the takedown, trying to just close the gap. He's got the clinch position now. And from here, Anicet has actually been very good to get that little trip takedown, that little Muay Thai technique.
Look for that punch out of the clinch. It looks like he's going to break him up there, but you know he was just waiting to throw that right hand.
Calls the fight.
And the fight's over.
Looked like
Mailer can't continue.
Might have been a verbal submission from Anthony Mailer's side. He was communicating something to the referee.
And a big flip, a big celebration, and he deserves it. He's not missing those flips either. It's been a perfect night so far for Anicet Kanyeba. What a win here in the EFC.
You can see Anthony Mailer was communicating something to our referee in charge. It'll be counted as a verbal submission, but certainly not something that would have changed the outcome of this bout.
GNC, the official sports nutrition partner of the EFC, presents this action replay. Now let's take a look. He's tapping.
Anthony Mailer basically calling the referee, tapping and telling him, yes, I'm tapping, yes, I'm tapping.
That is the second time we've seen that tonight. We basically saw that out of Gorilla as well. He just didn't want to continue. What is it with these guys? You got to finish the fight, man. That's what you train for. I mean, I know Kanyeba was dominating.
He was all over him, and you don't know if he's maybe carrying a shoulder injury or something. It looked like he was grabbing a hold of his shoulder. Maybe there was something lingering in the background, and he just felt like there's no way that he was going to get the victory here tonight, and just called it in.
Just expected a little bit more spirit after Mailer looked really good with the submission attempts, but it was Anicet Kanyeba that had that striking dominance. Your action replay brought to you by GNC. Tremendous win by Anicet Kanyeba. Time for our official decision, Shane the Duke Wellington.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Vickers Swart has called a stop to this contest 4 minutes and 10 seconds into round number 2, declaring the winner by tap out due to a verbal submission, Anicet Kanyeba.